Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about closed comedones. So there are several types of comedones out there. They're closed, open, micro, macro, giant, and I'll be covering that in different videos, but today I really want to focus on closed comedones. I get a lot of DMs from you guys sending me pictures of the comedones you have on your face. It's mainly on the forehead and chin, and the reason for that is because there's several reasons, but one of them being emollient skincare, and that's the key thing for my skin as well. So when I use moisturizers that are too rich for me, that's just too greasy for my skin type, even though I have dry skin, I still have to be careful about what kind of cream I use. There's a difference between creamy moisturizer that's hydrating and moisturizers that are too greasy or too much for your skin age. So I've tried skincare that is great for skincare, mature skin, people in their 40s and 50s. But if I try to use that, my skin will freak out and I'll see comedones. And so comedones, you might be like, what do they look like? They are not really, how should I say it? Not clear, but like they're skin colored or white colored bumps on the skin, and they're usually underneath the surface, so they look different from a pimple. A pimple is usually bigger or they're red, but with comedones, they're smaller, they're tiny bumps, and they sit underneath the surface, and usually there's a cluster of them. Once in a while, you might see one or two popping up. Like this week, I see 1, 2, 3 on this side of my face, and I think it's because I haven't been cleansing this area well after makeup, and sometimes that's one of the factors too. Like I'll go in and really cleanse my skin, but this week I feel like maybe I've been missing this part a bit when it comes to double cleansing. Another factor is genetics. Now, yeah, I can't do much about genetics, but some people are more prone to getting comedones than others. Comedones are caused by blocked pores or hair follicles, excess sebum. Those things can block your pores very easily, your hair follicles. And when it does that, your cell doesn't have time to turn over as efficiently, and what it does is it tends to be blocked. When it comes to like what products should I use to get rid of comedones, a lot of the products that work for acne will get rid of comedones. So right away I think of benzoyl peroxide, azelaic acid, alpha hydroxy acid. Salicylic acid is always great for anything pore related, and retinoids. So when you think of like retinol, retin A, there are different types of retinoids. There's more gentle ones that you can get over counter. There's different ones by The Ordinary that I really like, and also ones by the Inkey list that I've tried that I really like as well. And of course, there are ones where you can go to a dermatologist and get a prescription. And those are usually, in higher dosages. They're for people who are usually with mature skin, or they've already used like the lower percentage of retinols and they need something stronger. So when it comes to acne, like major comedones, you can start off by using things like Differin. So Differin is an adapalene, and it's a acne-fighting retinoid. So you can get that over the counter now. I'll link all the products I'm talking about down below, just in case you guys are wondering like what is what and where you can find them. It's a lightweight gel that you can apply all over your face, or you can just choose to apply it onto where you see the bumps, if you don't want to use that all over. But it's usually gentle enough that you can like apply it from forehead to chin and it's not a problem. Just make sure you do moisturize because it is an acne-fighting retinoid. Make sure you use sunscreen during the daytime and really protect your skin from the sunlight. So going back to some of the ingredients I touched on earlier, benzoyl peroxide is a topical treatment for mild acne. It's safe to use for most people and you can get it over the counter. So I'll list some of the ones down here. They come in different percentages, like 2.5%, 5%, 10%, and they come in different consistencies like gels, lotions, creams. So benzoyl peroxide is an antiseptic. It reduces the number of skin surface bacteria on the skin. It also reduces yeast on the skin as well. It's also an oxidizing agent and an anti-inflammatory agent. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to comedones, you have to be very patient, especially if you're somebody who's prone to getting a cluster of comedones on the skin, or if it's just because of genetics. If you get ones that pop up once in a while, yes, you can probably get rid of it within a week or so, but if you do get them regularly, you do have to maintain. Sometimes it might take up to months or maybe a year. Try to use them every other night instead of every day when you first start off, just to see like how your skin is reacting to it. And then once you've been using it for, I would say, 2 weeks and your skin is good with it, then you can up the amount and you can do like once daily or even twice daily, but really depending on the percentage that you choose and how much your skin can take. So really listen to your skin. Now, just like anything to do with acne fighting skincare, benzoyl peroxide can be a little drying, especially if you have drier skin type. So when you use benzoyl peroxide, make sure to pair it with a good moisturizer that really hydrates your skin for you. Even if you have oily skin, don't forget your moisturizer. I know a lot of oily skin individuals think, oh, my skin is already so moisturized on its own that I can skip out a moisturizer. When you do that, you're tricking your skin into thinking, I'm dehydrated, I need to produce more oil, because you aren't putting the moisturizer that you need on there. So your skin is feeling dry on the inside and it's like producing more and more oil, and you'll find yourself getting more and more oily. So it actually helps regulate your sebum by using the right moisturizer. Now the next ingredient is azelaic acid. Azelaic acid is great because it's very gentle. It works for mild to moderate comedones, and also it's anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial. Here are some of the ones that I would recommend. When it comes to azelaic acid, comedones can respond rather slowly to the treatment because I don't find it super strong. You should see improvement within, I want to say, 3 to 6 weeks. And then you gotta keep maintaining, you gotta keep using it. With continuous use, you can definitely see a great improvement. Couple months to about a year. It did wonders for my skin. So I highly recommend azelaic acid, especially if you're looking for something that's gentle but yet very, very effective. Because I know there's some people who are kind of a little scared of AHA, or for some reason they want to stay away from acids that's like AHA, BHA related, then azelaic is a great alternative for you. Now, speaking of AHA, let's dive into that. AHA alpha hydroxy acid comes in lactic, which is the gentler one, and also glycolic. So for comedones, because you are working with like blocked pores underneath the surface, I do recommend glycolic acid. I find that glycolic does go in and attack those comedones and clear them out a little more effective than lactic. For other things, like just exfoliating in general, I always tell you guys, like, lactic I like on the face, glycolic I like on the body. Like, do I apply it all over my face with glycolic? Not usually. I like to just apply it where I see the white bumps, and then for the body I'll apply it all over my skin. Maybe it's because, like, in my head I always think glycolic is a little stronger, so I am very careful with glycolic on my face, especially like the eye area and things like that. But you know what? It's perfectly fine for you to use glycolic forehead to chin. Again, just stay away from the delicate eye area, but otherwise, yes, you can use glycolic all over. So aside from using skincare products, there are treatments that you can look into to remove comedones, microdermabrasion, cryotherapy. Those are some of the things that you can consult your dermatologist about. Microdermabrasion is a very common treatment, so you can definitely look into that to try to clear out your comedones. But those treatments don't tend to run cheap. So a lot of people tend to focus on skincare first and try to maintain it. Because yeah, even though if you use treatments, it might get rid of it for you. But if you're somebody who tends to get comedones on the regular, or if it's like a genetics thing, then you do need skincare products to maintain and to keep comedones at bay, even if you choose to go with microdermabrasion or cryotherapy and things like that. So another factor to comedones is diet. A lot of people find that if you eat dairy, a lot of sugar, and high fat diet, you tend to see more comedones than normal. I drink a lot of milk. I eat yogurt. I eat cheese. And yeah, I do see comedones these days, but it's not like crazy. So like I still do a very high dairy diet. But yeah, some people do say like dairy tends to make your comedones act up a bit. Another major factor is the rupture or an injury to your follicle. So physical scrubs, the ones with beads or like walnut shells, are really harsh. They can cause micro tears in your skin. Sometimes those can cause comedones to pop up, and chemical peels, laser therapy. That's why you gotta go out to a place that you really trust, a good dermatologist where you know that you will be getting the right treatment for your skin. Because yeah, that's great that you're getting laser therapy. That's great that you're getting a chemical peel, microdermabrasion. But if it's something that's not right for your skin at that moment, or if it's too harsh for you, it can do harm to your skin and cause other skin concerns to pop up. So you gotta really be careful to not cause injury to your skin. People who live in very, very hot and humid places tend to get more comedones than people who live in a drier, colder place. That's just how it is, because obviously if you're in a very hot and humid place, your skin tends to sweat. It's going to let out a lot of sebum to try to cool yourself down. And you know what's interesting? A lot of the DMs that I get from you guys, a lot of my viewers from Malaysia, Singapore, tend to send me those pictures of comedones, and that makes sense. As I'm sure you guys live in a very, very tropical feeling place. And you know what? I envy you guys though, because like right now it's so dry. Overall, being in a humid place is actually good for your skin. Your skin will age so much better. So there's pros and cons to everything. So not just skincare, but makeup tips. Try to choose oil-free foundation, BB cream, tinted moisturizer. Try to not put makeup over it, especially heavy coverage foundation. Things that are too thick will tend to block your pores even more. I know it's tough sometimes, like you gotta go to work or a special event and you just need makeup, you need foundation. I understand. But on days that you really don't need makeup, I would steer clear of like, you know, makeup on the face. Maybe just go in with your eyes and brows, a bit of concealer where you need it, and you're good. And just let your skin be free, like not block it with heavy foundation. And you will see a much greater improvement, much faster. So that's one of the tips. But I know whenever I give this tip, I really believe in it, but at the same time, I understand people who deal with acne, who deal with bumps. It's not easy to leave your house without foundation. It's not easy to just show the world, you know, the bumps and the redness that you have. I understand that. So just try your best. Do your best, whatever you're comfortable with. But just make sure that at the end of the day, when you get home, first thing you do is cleanse off everything. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button so that you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And I'll catch you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.